என்னடா காட்டிக்கிட்டே இருக்கு. Once you reach friendship level 6 with Shiba, a subscriber post becomes available to repair this item. Oh, பாரு கேரக்டர் எடுத்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட்லாம் இது பண்றாங்க, ஓபன் பண்றாங்க. இது கொஞ்சம் புதுசா இருக்கு. ஓட்டிட்டு இருக்கேன். கரெக்டா வரும். என்னமோ ஓப்பன் ஆயிருக்கு.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Right here. Emerge. Right now. A moonlit night for all.
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes.
Emerge. I'm always watching. Shine down. Flame. Right here. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. A new moon rises.
Observe. Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes.
Shine down, torn to oblivion. Right now, right here, emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right now, emerge. Right here.
See you at the graveyard.
Unions converge. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Right now, right here.
Observe. Fear the dark. Be silent. To dust.
Emerge, right now. Emerge. A sight to behold. Right now, right here. Emerge. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Observe. Be silent. To dust.
Flame, a moonlit night for all.
அடி விழுந்துகிட்டே இருக்கு.
There is no escape. Right here, right now. Torn to oblivion.
The night comes. Observe.
ராக்கி ப்ரோ, ஹாய் ப்ரோ, வாங்க ப்ரோ. வெல்கம் டு அவர் ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. கிராம ஒரு லைக்கை தட்டி விடுங்க. வாடா பேசுற கேக்குதா ப்ரோ?
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Emerge, right now, right here. I'm always watching. Right now, emerge, right here. A new moon rises. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Burn no more.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish. Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Right here. Emerge. Right here. Flame. There is no escape. Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Observe. Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent. To dust. Observe. To dust. Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
இந்த மாதிரி நிலைமைக்கு வந்தேன். இப்போ மோரா வந்து பஞ்சமா இருக்கு.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra at
வார்க்கா எங்க சுத்திட்டு இருக்கான்? இப்பயே தான் இங்கே என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான்?
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more. Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is about one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. And D. Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Everyone says there's tons of work.
ஜோல்டி ப்ரோ வாங்க ப்ரோ வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. மறந்துடாம ஒரு லைக்கை தட்டி விடுங்க. ஆர்க் எடுக்கல ப்ரோ, சும்மா ஸ்பின் பண்ணுங்க, கிடச்சா எடுத்துக்கோ, இல்லைன்னா எஸ்காபியை தான் எடுக்க போகிறது. எஸ்காபி ஆனால் 50-50 50-50 இருக்கு. நீங்கள் எடுக்க போறீங்களா? லீனேவா? அது யார் ப்ரோ லீனே? என்னடா இங்க கூட்டம் போட்டுட்டாங்க?
Can't you just,
சிவாய்
you
சப்போர்ட்.
know,
ஓ ஓகே.
sneak up behind those monsters with me and BAM! Take them all down? I can act 3 times in a round, and there are only 4 monsters in total. I'll take 3 down.
I can draw the monster's attention from the front, but sneak attacks...
Well, there isn't much we can do. Itlua's a Lock Knight who chose the Goblet of Justice.
Indeed. If Itlua were to strike from behind, he would be forced to become an Oathbreaker Knight. A significant penalty would apply to all actions.
இதுவா குளோரிண்டாவோட ஸ்டோரி கோஸ்ட்ல இது இருக்கும் ப்ரோ.
Defeat all these monsters.
எப்படின்னா எல்லாருமே ஸ்டோரி படி நடப்பானுங்க. ஒரு ஸ்டோரி வச்சுக்குவானுங்க கான்செப்டா. அந்த ஸ்டோரியில ஒவ்வொரு கேரக்டர் அவனுங்க பிக் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க.
Raging torrent
அந்த கேரக்டருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி இவங்க பேசணும்.
then detonate the
அதுதான்
explosives.
கேம்.
No, that won't do.
அதுதான் ப்ளே
at all.
பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Your character would get wiped out that
இதுல
way.
அந்த இமேஜ் காட்டுதுல அந்த கேரக்டரா தான் அவ வந்து இப்போ இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா,
And have such a lovely time together.
பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா.
It would be such a shame if you were the only one who got wiped out.
But if we don't do this, the character that you've been playing for so long might get wiped out too, Miss Navia. Wouldn't that be worse?
I only just started playing. Please don't. Wait, I've got another trick up my sleeve.
Navia, put that krumkake away.
Uh-oh, that move was blocked too. These pieces of... a savior has arrived. Clorand.
If he's willing to join us. Oh, by the way, we're...
Traveler, Would you like to continue the adventure with us? Oh, come on. Any more questions and those explosives are gonna send us flying.
இல்ல அப்படி சொல்லல. இந்த இதை கேட்டிங்களா ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி இமேஜ் வந்துகிட்டு இருக்குன்னு. இந்த மாதிரி முத ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனது வந்து குளோரிண்டா கோஸ்ட்ல மெயின் கோஸ்ட்ல வரும். மெயின் கோஸ்ட்ன்ற மாதிரி அவளோட கம்பேனியன் கோஸ்ட்ல வரும்.
Good. Since you have
நீங்க
been playing
தெரியலன்றீங்களா
for a
அதான்
while
சொன்னேன்.
now, you may have
Yeah, ஒரு-
one chance to reselect your skills. The skills you can modify are cooking and medicine.
இதை ஸ்டார்ட்
What do
பண்ணது
you think?
குளோரிண்டா தான்.
Would you like to make any changes?
ஆர்பிஜிக்குள்ள இன்னொரு ஆர்பிஜி ப்ரோ.
Very well. In
சிம்பிளா
that
சொல்லணும்.
case, you want to learn the cooking skill, yes?
இது வந்து சும்மா இது ப்ரோ கேரக்டர் கொஸ்ட் மாதிரி உள்ள இருக்கும். அங்கங்க நிப்பாங்க. மேப்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா நான் காட்டுறேன் இருங்க ஒரு நிமிஷம். அவனுங்கிட்ட போனீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி சின்ன
Very
சின்ன
well
கொஸ்டின்
then.
நடக்கும்.
Let the game.
Long time no see, everyone. Looks like you need my help.
By the way, what are you doing here?
That kind of makes him.
Indeed. You have called, and I must answer.
Guess that means I was.
As expected of the veteran player Miss Navia mentioned before, they got into...
Though the Marashose hunters had much they wished to share with one another. Now then, the combat round continues. Also, since we have a new member joining us...
The traveler isn't a sudden. We've just parted.
I've already counted the dark cards. You should start
அதேதான் ப்ரோ அதேதான் ப்ரோ. அந்த பேர் வாயில வரல ப்ரோ.
You're so
நான் அதெல்லாம் சொல்லல.
smart, Clorand. Anyway, let's stick to the original strategy. Now that we have the traveler with us, we have enough people. Itlua and I will hold the line out front against the monster's assault. Yehoda, traveler, you circle around the back and take them all down in one swoop. All right, leave it to me. We masters of chi get huge damage boosts. But why are you a chef? How's a chef
300 ப்ரீமோஸ்க்காக 300 600 ஏன்னா எனக்கு 600 கிடைச்ச மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
Correct.
So that's how it is. Oh, these tabletop troop games really are complicated. Coming up with a strategy already, huh?
I
ஏன்டா அவ்வளவு
understand.
பெருசா இருக்குது?
A Lock Knight's duty is to protect their companions.
இருங்க
and their
பாப்போம்.
shield.
எனக்கு டவுட்டா இருக்கு. நான் கிளைம் பண்ணும்போது 600 வந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
Oh, don't. All right, Itlua.
Then I shall use the skill attack.
The Lock Knight raised. Meanwhile, the two companions...
You take the first swing.
The Marashose hunter's skills had... Though the frying
ஏய்,
pan...
என்னடா
might
அது?
No.
இந்த கொஸ்டின் எவ்வளவு பெருசா இருந்தா எப்படிடா?
I'm sorry. Astru, wait for me.
Well, it seems we'll have to... Navia, put the monster sign back where it... Well, if we get the chance, we can...
Actually, since this game's paused anyway,
அதான் போயிட்டே இருக்கு வளவளன்னு.
that's per
Traveler, we'll let...
When the time comes, you have to continue. That's my trusting.
பா முடிஞ்சு ஒரு வழியா. எவ்வளவு பெருசு? ஆமாம் ப்ரோ 600 ப்ரோ. நான் 100 வச்சிருந்தேன். இப்ப 100 இல்ல. ஆமா 600 ப்ரீமோ கொடுத்துருக்கானுங்க. ஆமா எல்லாம் C6 ப்ரோ. ஃபோர்ஸ்ல கிடைச்சாலும் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஒரு ஸ்பின் கிடைக்கும்ல. ஒரு பிட்டி ஏத்தலாம்ல. என்னைய பொறுத்தவரை 4 ஸ்டார் 2 3 வந்துகிட்டே இருந்துச்சுன்னா பிட்டி டக்கு டக்கு டக்குன்னு ஏற்றிடலாம். இந்த பேனர் தான் கரெக்டான பேனர் ஏற்றுறதுக்கு. எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பிட்டி கிடைச்ச மாதிரி இருக்கும். எனக்கு அப்படிதான் ப்ரோ. 10 ஸ்பின் பண்ணா கிடைக்கும். ஆனா 10 வெயிட் பண்ணி ஸ்பின் பண்ண முடியல. ப்ரோ 80 எப்படி 50-50ல 80 பிட்டி லாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு 20க்குள்ள எடுத்தேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 20ஓ 30க்குள்ள எடுத்தேன். 30 பிட்டிக்குள்ள எடுத்தேன் அடுத்ததுல. ப்ரோ நான் பிச்சை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். கொஞ்சம் இருந்து அவன் அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து எடுத்து கொடு ப்ரோ. அப்புறமேட்டு செட்டில் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். உன் அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து ஒரு 3 லட்சம் மட்டும் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணு ப்ரோ. அப்புறம் போல கிடைக்கும் போது நான் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் ப்ரோ. இப்போ எப்படி நான் மோரா எடுக்கிறது? எதுவுமே செலவு பண்ணாம. வண்டி வந்து திவால்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஏதோ திவால்ல போயிட்டு இருக்கு. என்ன பண்றதுனே புரியல. தலை சுத்துது. காசு இல்லைன்னா எவனும் மதிக்க மாட்டானே ஜென்சன் தான். தொழில் மில்லு சரியா ப்ரோ? ப்ரோ காணாவல.
Huh? Where's Columbina? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere.
Over here.
Oh! What are you doing all the way up there?
Come join me.
What are we getting ourselves into this time?
Do you remember those stones we went out to gather last time?
Last time? Oh, you mean the ore that glows after absorbing Kuvaki?
Correct. Well, after that, the Kuhenki gathered some more, and I sorted them into 2 types. Darker ones and lighter ones.
Darker ones and lighter ones? But why?
To play moon chess, of course.
நான் மோராவே பாம் பண்றது இல்ல ப்ரோ. அதான் ப்ராப்ளம்.
Oh, you've never played? I
see. Ever since seeing the grids the children of the Frost Moon Scions draw on the ground, I've always wanted to try it out. But I've never had anyone to play it with.
Well, what are the rules?
It'll be easier if I just show you.
ரீசெண்ட் டேஸ்ல ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட்ஸ் நிறைய போட்டுட்டேன்.
That's amazing! How did you do that?
With a little Kuvatsu,
Exo,
of course. You can't do that?
Maybe you should lower your expectations. We're not all moon goddesses.
As you wish. Now, this is the board. It represents the night sky, and the pieces each player controls represent the moons. The two players take turns placing their moons in the sky, and the first to get 3 moons in a row wins.
Oh! So it's basically a version of tic-tac-toe. So, it's called moon chess here in Notcry, huh? Talk about giving it a local touch.
I see.
ஆமா.
Well, in this version, the moons rotate, meaning there can never be more than 3 moons in the sky at once. So, when the night sky is full, the moon that rose earliest will vanish.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And it makes the game a lot harder, too.
So, would you like to give it a try? It'll be my first time playing too.
Sounds fun!
All right then.
பவர் கட்டா டோட்டல் ஆஃப் கிடையாது, ஜஸ்ட் பவர் கட் தான்.
How about here?
ஏய் முடிச்சு விட்டாரு, மாட்டிக்கிட்டேன்.
Perhaps like this. You don't like this game? The moons wax and wane in an endless cycle.
இது முடிய முடியாது போலயே.
I enjoyed that a lot. If you'd like, feel free to come keep me company again sometime. Here, take this as a token of our promise.
முடிச்சிருக்கலாம். விடு ப்ரோ டிராவ் ஆனதே சந்தோஷம் தான். அந்த இதுல அந்த மியூசிக் தான் சூப்பரா இருக்கு. ஒன் டைம் மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னு ஆசை. இல்லை ப்ரோ, நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணதே லேட்டாக ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன். நான் முடிஞ்சு எனக்கு தெரியாது இது இப்படி ஒன்று இருக்குனே, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீச்சர் இருக்குனே தெரியாது. கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன். கொஞ்ச நாள் முன்னாடி, ஒரு 3-4 வாரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி. ரொம்ப லேட்டாக ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அந்த கிளைடர் வந்து குழம்பினாக்கு, ஸ்கர்க்குக்கு, அதுக்கப்புறம் கெச்சிங்க்கா, அவளுக்கு 3 பேத்துக்குமே செட் ஆகும்.
Where'd this letter in our bag come from? Did it just blow in on the... Oh! It's from the tone-deaf bard!
நான் அந்த மாதிரி பண்ண மாட்டேன். கலரை பார்த்து அந்த கலருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி மட்டும் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி அப்படியே கொடுத்துறது. அது நிறையா இருக்குது. கிளைடரை கொடுக்கலாம் சொல்ல போனால், நிறைய கேரக்டர் சும்மா பழைய இதையே வச்சு ஓட்டிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. நான் இங்கே பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். வெண்டி
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Not Cry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale.
இல்லை, அப்பப்போ கொஞ்சமா மீட் பண்ணோம்.
Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a jacket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like.
Hey! Is that all you've got?
நீதான் புது கேரக்டரா?
Oh, bring it on!
Like that.
Giving up already? Hey, you're not half
Nikhil
as
bro.
tough as Varka said.
Good morning bro.
A young knight of Favonius
மறந்தாம ஒரு
trekking
லைக்க
out to
தட்டி
the
விடுங்க.
Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure.
எனக்கு யுவான் மட்டும் வாங்கி கொடு ப்ரோ. ஆர்க்னைட்ஸ் என்ஃபீல்ட்ல.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean...
அது மட்டும் வாங்கி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா ஃபுல் கேரக்டர் வாங்கிட்டேன். எடுத்துட்டேன் bro.
I was just wondering I was gonna track you down.
Oh! See
ஏன்
how
ப்ரோ
you
எல்லா
can
கேரக்டருமே
bard?
ஒரே டிசைன்ல இருக்கு?
Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Please
எம்பிடி
take
கேமர்
your
ப்ரோ
place.
வாங்க ப்ரோ.
Oh,
வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம்
so
ப்ரோ.
you're part of the expedition, huh?
மறந்துடாம ஒரு லைக் தட்டி விடுங்க.
Great! So that's why Paimon's never seen
என்ன
you
ஸ்பின்
around in
பண்ணீங்களா?
Mondstadt.
யாருக்கு ப்ரோ?
Wait a second.
யாருக்கு ஸ்பின்
I
பண்ணலாம்?
never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own.
50-50 ல ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு ப்ரோ.
Mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
நிக்கில் ப்ரோ அமைதி ஆயிட்டாரா? வாங்கி கொடுங்க சொன்னோம்.
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
லோகன்.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname.
This character will come in
Let's go
next week.
with Sir Writes a Lot.
வரும் நினைக்கிறேன். இது ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் கண்டக்டர் கேரக்டர்னு தான் சொன்னாங்க.
Letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes a Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds
Oh,
Temple looking
creo,
for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
Brave
You
character
sure
bro.
are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, oh, sorry.
யாரோ ஒரு ஆளு எலக்ட்ரான் சொல்லிட்டு ஸ்பிளிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தானுங்க இவன் வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி.
So, I came right
ஐயோ
here to
ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்
set
பண்ணல
you
இன்னொரு
up.
எலக்ட்ரோ அப்படின்ற மாதிரி எல்லாம் கத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time, I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts
ஆமா.
exactly. Assuming I can find a way.
எலக்ட்ரான் சொன்னோன்னு நல்லா
Hopefully
செத்துட்டாங்க.
the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to...
Let's go! It's been a while since
This time
Paimon's
என்ன
done
வெப்பன்
any guide work.
கொடுக்குறாங்க?
Thank you so much, honorary
புரியல.
knight.
என்ன
And
வெப்பன்
you,
கொடுக்குறாங்களா?
Miss Guide.
புரியல ப்ரோ நிக்கில் ப்ரோ எதுல?
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
வாய்ஸ் லைன்ல டிலே இருக்கு.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
ப்ளீஸ் மேக் மீ வின் மை 50-50. நான் இதுவரை என் 50-50 வின் பண்ணதில்லை ப்ரோ, அதனால நான் எதுவும் சொல்ல முடியாது.
Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return! Stormwind! Maria sweeping in!
ப்ரோ ஆக்சுவலா நல்லா இருக்கு ப்ரோ, அட்டாக் பண்றது நல்லா இருக்கு ப்ரோ. பார்க்கும்போது தெரியல, ஆனால் ஆடும்போது ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கு.
Stormwind!
ப்ரோ விளாடுறது நல்லா இருக்கு ப்ரோ. ஆக்சுவலா நல்லா
Without the
இருக்கு.
Sheriff Solnari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
என்னன்னு தெரியல, இது
We
கொஞ்சம்
meet
டிஃபரெண்டா இருக்கு.
again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are two other... It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebration. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes-A-Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean?
Oh, yes. That's our...
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great. But I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on... I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nokrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they, too, need protecting. And some... well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, this was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
You don't seem surprised. Did you sense something in Nodcry? Once again, the great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, as such, This tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow... I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself.
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I know, and as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an... Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel's Share now. Huh?
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya! Rosaria! D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then, but my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
Welcome back,
If
bro.
I had a Mora for
Super,
every
bro.
time I heard
Pramadam,
you
bro.
repeat that argument, I actually don't
Full
disagree with the
vodka.
first part of what you
Full
said.
பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கேன் bro. விழுகல bro.
Don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the
Vivin bro,
inside?
வாங்க bro, வாங்க bro.
When you join an organization,
Welcome
you're
to our
bound
stream
by
bro.
its rules,
மறந்துடாம
no
like
matter
தட்டி
how
விடுங்க.
free it may seem on the surface.
அதான் 50-50 லாஸ் பண்றல bro. விடு bro. Next guaranteed தான.
Never mind the
அடுத்த
nights.
20 குள்ள கடக்குறோம்.
Have you
கவலைப்படாதீங்க.
honestly ever been bound by the rules of the church?
Good question.
ஜபராஜ்
Have
bro,
you
வாங்க
considered
bro.
that maybe that's why I chose
Welcome
to
to
join
the
the
stream bro.
church and not the knights to
மறந்துடாம
begin
ஒரு
with?
லைக் தட்டி விடுங்க. வரிசையா வரீங்களே bro. ஒரே இது ரிட்டர்ன் சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கு.
Kinda hard to tell. Oh, kinda like the contingencies Gene was talking about. The more
வாக்கா
ways
கேம்
to
பிளே
have
நல்லா
to
இருக்கு
enter
bro.
a hole, the better. Huh? Traveler?
மை காட். என்ன ப்ரோ மார்னிங் லைவா? ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, சீக்கிரமா முடிச்சுட்டு லைவை எண்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம்னு ஒரு ஐடியால வந்தேன். லைவை எண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு எப்பனாலும் பலவெல்லாம் நிறைய இருக்காது, கொஞ்சம் தான் இருக்கும். டக்குன்னு முடிச்சு விட்டு
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
My reply won't be a long one.
Oh,
As
okay.
usual. I'm
Radiant
sure
shot.
Varka won't be
Radiant
surprised.
Vincent.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say,
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Vark?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was...
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once
bro,
when he
இவ
was
கண்ணு
drinking
ஏன் bro
and
இப்படி
started
இருக்கு? இத
yammering
கொஞ்சம்
on.
உனக்கு ரெடி இது பண்ணலாம்ல.
The second crisis in the Knights of
கொஞ்சம்
Boreas
கண்ணை இது பண்ணணும்
lineage.
உனக்கு.
It was
ஒரு மாதிரி
500 years
இருக்கு.
ago.
கேரக்டர் மோசமா
Although the
வருது.
Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, and of those who have, the best But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight?
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight, but he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the blood-stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether but had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful
Eula
than
versus
what's on.
Varka.
Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting.
வச்சு ப்ளே பண்ணி பார்த்தேன் நல்லா
Wasn't
இருந்துச்சு.
Beatrice a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in
கிடைச்சாலும்
the
ஓகே
past?
ஆனா கிடைக்காது இது 50-50 இல்ல.
Why did Gene say that Boreas in the Wandering Knight? Oh, that's a great idea. Gene said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
அதெல்லாம் விழுகாது ப்ரோ. ப்ரீ ஃபார்ம் ஃபார் திங்ஸ் ஃபார் த பாஸ்ட் மந்த் காட் ஆல் டெவலப்மெண்ட்ஸ் டேலண்ட் மேட்ச் கிடைக்கும் ப்ரோ, சீக்கிரமா கிடைக்கும் ப்ரோ. இன்னொரு 30 புல் போடு ப்ரோ, கிடைச்சிரும் ப்ரோ. ஐயோ, நான் எப்பயும் போல ஒரு ஸ்பின்னா பண்ண போறேன் ப்ரோ, அவ்வளோதான். அதுக்குன்னு ஸ்பின் பண்ணல, நான் சும்மா ஸ்பின் பண்ணுவேன். அச்சா கிடைக்குது, எடுத்துட்டு அப்படியே போக வேண்டியதுதான். இயர்லியா கிடைக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. என்ன அது எப்படி ஆகுது?
What's going on here? Was Bulbumdum off the wild hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
இவனை என்ன இங்கே வந்துட்டானுங்க?
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Emerge right here. I'm always watching. Emerge right here, right now.
Be silent. To dust.
Oh, are you all right? Oh no! What now? That better not be more.
நாட்களையும் மான்ஸ்டரையும் கனெக்ட் பண்றாங்க இப்போ.
Stop right there. Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait. What are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh? She didn't even
வார்க்கா வந்து மான்ஸ்டருக்கு வந்து ஏதோ த்ரெட் மாட்காயில இருந்து வரப்போகுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அங்க போயிருப்பான் ப்ரோ நாட்காய்க்கு. அதை தடுக்கிறது. ஆனா ஆல்ரெடி இங்க வந்துருச்சு. அதான் இங்க நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்குல்ல.
The aberrations that encroached upon this land, and our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. A familiar scent.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
ஓரியஸ்ன்றது வந்து ஏதோ சக்சஸரா இந்த வுல்ஃபண்டம்முக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சக்சஸர் போல. அவனோட டைட்டில் அப்படி பாஸ் டவுன் பண்ணிடுச்சு, பாஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே வந்திருக்கானுங்க ஒவ்வொரு ஜெனரேஷனா. ஆனா யாருமே அந்த போரியஸ் பேருக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி நடக்கலன்னு சொல்றாங்க, என்னன்னு தெரியல. ஏன்ஷியன் கார்டன்றானுங்க.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your iron claw, you They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas's soul.
அந்த ஆண்ட்ரியஸ் சோல்ன்றால
The
இதான் ஏன்ஷியன்.
source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you...
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods.
யாரா சீரியஸான நேரத்துல இருக்கா மியூசிக் அடிச்சுது.
The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Tone deaf bard?
சீரியஸான நேரத்துல வந்து காமெடி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு.
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn's starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that, given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two
அந்த
halves
உல்ஃப்
and let
வந்து
his soul
பொரியஸ்,
once more.
அந்த
Seeing how the
உல்ஃப்
ice
கூட
and
இருக்கிறவன்
snow
வந்து
gave
நைட்
way
ஆஃப்
to
பொரியஸ்ன்னு
verdant
சொல்லிட்டு
plains,
அந்த டைட்டில
hearing
கிளைம்
the
பண்ணவங்க.
laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the night's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the
வராதா?
world.
ஏன் ப்ரோ வராது?
Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision.
எனக்கு எப்படி ப்ரோ தெரியும்?
If anyone should
அவனுக்கு
feel
கொடுப்பாங்க கொடுக்காம
regret,
இருப்பாங்க, அவங்க இஷ்டம்.
it is the part of me
நம்ம
who
எதுவுமே சொல்ல முடியாது,
remained in
கொடுத்தா வாங்கிக்க
not
வேண்டியதான்.
cry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness.
அவனு வந்து
Sowing the seeds of all the
ஏதாச்சும் முக்கியமான
turbulence
கொஸ்டா
that
இருந்தா
has
மட்டும்தான்
ensued.
கொடுக்குறானுங்க. முக்கியமான கொஸ்டின்றதை விட 3 மணி நேரம் 4 மணி நேரம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் 500 பிரீமோ தரான்.
We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the reason to Cry has had unforeseen
அவன் வந்து மெமரி லாஸ் ஆனது 10 இயர்ஸ் ப்ரோ. ஆனா அவன் வந்து வாழ்ந்தது எவ்வளவு நாள்னு தெரியல.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas?
இப்ப இருக்கிற ஃபீமேல் கேரக்டர்க்குலாம் அவன் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு கிரேட் கிராண்ட்ஃபாதரா இருப்பான்.
He's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
Fantasy world அப்படிதான் bro.
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down.
All right. Wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw.
நானே இருக்க மாட்டேன் ப்ரோ. யார் இருப்பான்னு கூட தெரியாது சேனல்ல. சேனலே மொத இருக்குமான்னு தெரியல. 2000 வருஷத்துல யூடியூபே இருக்காது.
It is a wolf spirit. It contains
யூடியூப் இருக்காது, உலகம் இருக்காது.
thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before.
அதுக்குள்ள ஏதாவது பண்ணி சம்பவம் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
New strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. The great wolf king of the north remains strong for now. Besides, do I not?
I will protect.
Just give me the word when
I can read.
Any questions before you set off? All right. Over to you, Dvalin.
ப்ரோ வான்கா வெப்பன் ஃப்ரீ ப்ரோ. ஏதோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முடிச்சா கிடைக்கும். அட போ ப்ரோ. அம்மா சொல்லு. வாய்க்கு வந்தெல்லாம் சொல்லு.
The night of
ஸ்கின்னா
Boreas awaits below.
ஸ்கின்னு தெரியல
We
ப்ரோ.
must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
பைமான் ஏன் கத்துறா? அவதான் பரப்பாள. என்னடா கான்செப்ட்? என்ன ப்ரோ கான்செப்ட் இது?
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too.
We're just about hanging in
எதுக்குடா
there.
கத்துறா?
Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will...
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is not, but they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you...
Guess they're retreating for...
So that Wolf of the North look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later.
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades all... True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
The meeting's probably gonna be...
இவனுங்க வந்தாலே ரேரியர் தான்.
Looks like a bunch of people are
அவன்
there
தான் கிளப்பி
already.
விட்டு போன எல்லாத்தையும்.
Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their Great. And that's where things stand.
இன்டெல் ஏதாச்சும் கலெக்ட் பண்ணி
Wild
கொடுக்குற
Hunt is no longer
பண்ணிப்பா.
under Reikir of Solnari's control.
இல்ல
It
எல்லாருமே
has
வந்தாங்க.
been reborn
அவன்
from the
மட்டும் கிடையாது.
ashes. And intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andreas' spirit.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some monstatter from, like, how'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past? And the...
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, When the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flowed throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barir's overwhelming power, nor his ability. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrew the Bank of Amsterdam, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Teyvat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'll be like—
Query. While I can indeed find record in that land, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains—
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help it— Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf— Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god—
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Okay, bro, okay.
If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt. However, if we can collect those fragments, we can—
You don't need to worry about that. Most of them are all— I mean, it's not just the Wild Hunt and the Abyss.
Sounds like—
As a matter of fact— Still, instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation sure is, just one crucial step remains. We need, according to what, but of course, we've been.
Okay.
I managed to gather. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on. But we'll need all the final snap.
With our foe, and since the
The Clink Clink Crumbkake craft shop will all.
So what do they need me here for? Wait. I think maybe I signed a contract.
Ah, great.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across.
Rating for Yehoda updated.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we. Traveler? Could you join me in retrieving fragment 2? All right. Time is of the essence. Let's move out. Observe.
Didn't you say fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment? We're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either. Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends...
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, Then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be... Purifying the abyssal corruption would... Could you try... Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to... Let me think. How was it explained to me? Actually, neither do I.
Sounds like something a certain...
I thought it might mean traveler. When you were in that land, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, then...
Okay, but back then...
This wolf spirit...
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can set thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland. After Rostam lost his life in the abyssal calamity, but trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow.
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every
What can I say? Some people... But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
ஐயோ ப்ரோ வாங்க ப்ரோ வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. மறந்துடாம ஒரு லைக்கை தட்டி விடுங்க. ஏதாச்சும் மல்டிப்ளேயர் கேம் விளாண்டனா சொல்லு ப்ரோ, நானும் வரேன், ப்ளே பண்ணலாம் சேர்ந்து. புது லேப் ஒன்று எடுத்திருக்கேன். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இப்போதைக்கு பாதி கேம்ஸ் எடுப்போம்.
Whoa, it actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, லேப் தான் எடுத்திருக்கேன். அசூஸில் A15 அசூஸ் ஸ்டாஃப் A15.
If
16 GB RAM, RTX 3050, 4 GB.
The justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there is only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters. The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end.
ஆகர்ட்ஸ் சர்க்கஸ் எப்படி போயிட்டு இருக்கு? நல்லா இருக்கா ப்ரோ விளையாடுறதுக்கு? என்னையே ட்ரை பண்ண சொன்னாங்க.
I dare say you must find it quite ironic. Knight.
என்னைய கூப்பிடு ப்ரோ மல்டிப்ளேயர் அண்ணா. நானே என்ன விளையாடுறதுன்னு தெரியாம சுத்திக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன் ப்ரோ, அதனால தான் உங்ககிட்ட கேட்கறேன்.
No. Bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past.
ஏன்னா எல்லாமே எப்படி சொல்றது, 2 பேர் விளையாடுற மாதிரி அப்படிதான் இருக்கு. 4-5 பேர் சேர்ந்து விளையாடுற மாதிரி இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land,
நீங்க நிறைய கேம் ட்ரை பண்ணிருக்கீங்க.
Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything.
என்னை விளையாட சொன்னாங்க, எனக்கு அந்த கேம் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரியல.
Can replicate him.
அதனால போடல.
Does this mean we have to take on the visionary this time?
என்னன்னு தெரியல, ரீசெண்டா அந்த கேம் தான் எல்லாருமே போட சொல்றாங்க.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that
Harry Potter பாத்திருக்கேன் ப்ரோ. ஃபுல்லா பார்த்து முடிச்சிட்டேன். ஆனா அது கேமா வரும்போது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரியல.
The fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked.
ஓ மாட் போட்டு ஆடுறீங்களா?
It wasn't a fully formed plan back then.
என்ன மாதிரி மாடு? அதுல என்ன ப்ரோ மாடு?
That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again.
வாய்ஸ் சொன்னா ஸ்பெல் புரியல. நம்ம ஏதாச்சும் ஸ்பெல் கேஸ்ட் பண்ணோம்னா ஏதாச்சும் சொல்ற மாதிரி எனக்கு புரியலையே. அது எப்படி ப்ரோ? சும்மா இதுல செலக்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்குமா ஸ்பெல்ஸ் வந்து? ஆனா நீங்க வந்து இதுல செலக்ட் பண்ண தேவையில்ல, அதுல படிச்சா போதும். இப்ப இங்க ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்பெல் நேம் இருக்குன்னா அந்த ஸ்பெல் நேம் நீங்க சொன்னா அதுவே ஆக்டிவேட் ஆகும் தானா? அந்த மாதிரியா இல்ல? இப்ப இங்க நோவேன் போட்டிருக்கு, நான் நோவேன் சொன்னா அது அப்படி அந்த இத வந்து
No plan is free of risks.
அந்த மாதிரியா?
At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean and Mondstadt.
நீங்க ஏதோ ஒரு இந்த கேம் மாதிரி விளையாண்டீங்க, ஏதோ எப்படி சொல்றது, ரோபோட் கேம் மாதிரி ஏதோ ஒண்ணு தெரியல கரெக்டா. நீங்க ஈத்தன் ப்ரோ அப்புறம் இன்னொரு ஆள் யாரோ ஏதோ விளையாண்டுகிட்டு இருந்தீங்க, எனக்கு அந்த நேம் மட்டும் தெரியல. ஓப்பன் வேர்ல்ட் கேம் ஷூட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தீங்க, எதுக்கிட்ட இருந்தோ ஓடிட்டு இருந்தீங்க தப்பிச்சு, பின்னாடி துரத்து வந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு.
Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster. More wild hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting.
அது டெமோ. ஓ டெமோவா? அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாச்சும் கேம் விளாண்டாலும் சொல்லுங்க, விளாடலாம். இல்ல டெவோர் இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாச்சும் கேம் விளாடுனீங்கனாலும் சொல்லுங்க. டெவோர் வேறமா நிறைய கேம் ட்ரை பண்ணணும்னு பாக்குறேன், ஆனா எதுவும் நான் இதுக்கு தான் வர மாட்டேன்.
What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off. Albedo said we should split into two teams
Industry
and
management
continue searching
game.
while he and the others kept the wild
Industry
hunt
management
occupied.
Good call. Locating the wolf spirit fragment is our key objective. I would have made the same decision.
ஓகே ப்ரோ, ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஆல்டனானா அது அதெல்லாம் பிரச்சனை இல்ல. இல்லாதம்போது கூப்பிடுங்க.
Both search teams are in big trouble. Oh, I brought a map. This should make things clearer. Before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on.
இது மாதிரியா? அது என்னது? இந்த போட்ல போவானுங்க, போட்ன்ற ஷிப்ல போவானுங்க, அதே மாதிரி ஆப்போசிட்ல எனிமி ஷிப்ல வந்து இது பண்ணுவானுங்க, பைரட்ஸ் சண்டை போடுவானுங்க. ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு கேம் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு நினைக்கிறேன்.
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with
ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க, என்ன
The
கேம்
logistics
பாத்தீங்க?
company is standing by.
Hanefa.
Windrose.
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic
ஆமா
reserve.
ஓபன் வேர்ல்ட்ல இன்னொரு கேம்
After
இருக்கு.
learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be dispatched immediately.
நீங்க
They
சொல்ற
are
கேம்
currently
மாதிரியே
nearby awaiting orders.
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all, it shouldn't
Correct.
you be
பேர்
the
எனக்கு
one out
மறந்துருச்சு.
here delivering messages?
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short
ஓ
distance
ஆமா
propulsion
ஃப்ரீயா தான்
module
இருக்கா?
on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes.
இல்ல ப்ரோ டெமோவா? ஓகே
Please,
ஓகே டெமோ
keep up
டெமோ.
the good work, Yehoda. The logistics company
ஏன்
has
டெமோ
very
ட்ரை
limited
பண்றீங்க இப்ப?
provisions, only enough for a single battle.
நல்லா இருக்கே ப்ரோ.
Which team should they support?
Both.
என்ன
Once
கேரக்டர்
one
செலக்ஷன்
team's
வந்து
been
இது மாதிரி
rescued,
இருக்கு, ஆர்க்
the
மாதிரி இருக்கு.
remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda, keep up the good work with the comms.
Sure thing. Leave it to me.
ஸ்கல் அண்ட் போன்ஸ் இல்ல ப்ரோ, இன்னொன்னு ப்ரோ. பேர் ஐயோ ஓகே. இப்போ நம்ம டெமோ கேம் ப்ளே பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா அது ஒரு 1/2 மணி நேரம் 1 மணி நேரம் தான் ப்ளே பண்ண முடியுமா, இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி கேம்ஸ்லாம் நம்ம ப்ளே பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கலாமா அந்த டெமோ முடிகிற வரைய? சில கேம்ஸ்லாம் டெமோ ஒரு 1/2 மணி நேரமோ என்னமோ தான் ஆட முடியாது, அதுக்குள்ளே முடிஞ்சிடும். அது ஒரு டவுட்டு. மைக்ரோசாஃப்டோட கேம் தான் அது. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இது ஆல்மோஸ்ட் வெளியே விட்டானுங்கன்னா 2000-3000 வந்துடும், பார்த்தாலே தெரியுது. சி ஆஃப் தீவ்ஸ் ப்ரோ, அந்த கேம் நேம் வந்து சி ஆஃப் தீவ்ஸ். அதுவும் இந்த கேம் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும் சொல்லப்போனால். அதான் மொத வந்தது, இதே கான்செப்ட் தான். சி ஆஃப் தீவ்ஸ்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும். இதே மாதிரி ஓப்பன் வேர்ல்டு பிவிபி. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கம்மியாக இருக்கும், அதான். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. சும்மா எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணலாம், சுற்றி பார்க்கலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டு கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக இருக்கும், அதை மட்டும் முடிச்சுட்டு அவ்வளோதான், கேம் முடிஞ்ச மாதிரி. என்ன
Something's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any weaker as the battle goes on. Are they getting reinforcements from somewhere? Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for terrain we can use to our advantage.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy.
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready.
வாழவா ப்ரோ, விளாடுறதுக்கு வந்து ஆள் இல்லை ப்ரோ.
Is that the signal to say they're ready?
விளாடுறதுக்கு ஆள் இல்லை ப்ரோ. இப்போ ஏத்தனா கூட ஏத்துவேன்.
Showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir!
Ready? Fire!
இதுல ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு ப்ரோ வாழோ. ஃபைவ் ஸ்டாக் போக முடியல, 3 ஸ்டாக்னா ஓகே. ஆனா வரதுப்புறம் 5 ஸ்டாக்காக வராங்க.
The enemy has sustained heavy casualties.
Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat again. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir.
முதல்ல தான் ஏத்தி ட்ரை பண்ணேன்.
Search area for the final
நல்லா
fragments
இருந்துச்சு.
to this zone here.
உங்களுக்கு எப்படி போகுது வாளோ?
We split the search area between us and the Retniki. Maybe they'll be able to narrow it down further?
Either way, I was about to go
எல்லாமே
look ahead next
60
anyway.
FPS மேல
Do
ஆடுனா
you think you
சூப்பரா
guys
இருக்கும்.
can keep up?
Absolutely. Good to go, Grandmaster.
புரியல ப்ரோ, எல்லாமேன்னு சொல்றீங்களா? இந்த எனக்கு வந்து 200 FPS வருதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் லேப்ல வந்து
We've
ஆடும்போது.
run right through our now that they've lost their numerical
எல்லாம்
advantage,
இருங்க.
they're no match for us. Focus on supporting the other team.
வாலரண்ட்ட வந்து பேக்ரவுண்ட்ல போட்டு வரேன். நான் ரீசெண்டா ரீசெட் வேற அடிச்சேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கம்மி FPS ஆடி இருப்பலாம். ஆமா ப்ரோ. நான் வந்து 60 அதுக்கப்புறம் இதாச்சு சொல்லப்போனா ஸ்டேபிளா இல்ல. ஓ அதான் இப்ப ப்ரோ அதான் ரொம்ப ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு ப்ரோ. ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு. அதே நேரம் வந்து எனிமே வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து மூஞ்சில அடிச்ச மாதிரி அடிப்பானுங்க ப்ரோ. சட்டு சட்டுன்னு வந்துட்டு இங்கிட்டு இருந்து அங்கிட்டு போவானுங்க, அங்கிட்டு இருந்து இங்கிட்டு வருவானுங்க. எவன் எங்கிட்டு இருந்து வருவானே தெரியாது. ஒரு மாதிரி ஃபாஸ்டா மூவ் ஆகிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இப்ப ஆனா ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவா இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஆனா என்ன விளாடாம விட்டனால என்னை எப்படி தூக்கி துவைக்கிறாங்க. டெய்லி விளாண்டுக்கிட்டே இருந்தேன்னா பிரச்சனை இல்லை. விட்டு விளாடுறதுனால அந்த இதுல இல்லை. அவனுக்கு அடி அந்த அளவுக்கு பட மாட்டேது. என்னன்னே எனக்கு புரியல. அது என்ன கான்செப்ட்? ப்ரோ 60 FPSல விளாடுறதுக்கும் 200 FPSக்கு மேல விளாடுறதுக்கும் என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ்? ஒரு நிமிஷம் நானும் நமக்கு போட்டுங்க. எனக்கு வந்து இப்ப 60 ஸ்டேபிளா வந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கும் என்ன அட்வான்டேஜ்? டிஃபரன்ஸோட என்ன அட்வான்டேஜ்? அவன் மூவ்மெண்ட் வந்து டிஃபரன்ஸ் தெரியலையா? இல்ல ப்ரோ டிஃபரன்ஸ் தெரியலன்னு சொல்லல. அவனுக்கு வந்து நான் வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவா மூவ் ஆகிற மாதிரி தெரியும், இல்லை ஃபாஸ்டா மூவ் ஆகிற மாதிரி தெரியும். இதுக்கு 60 FPS கம்மியா இருக்கு. அவனுக்கு FPS எனக்கு அதிகமா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அவன் வந்து ஸ்லோவா மூவ் ஆகிற மாதிரி தெரியுமா? இல்ல மூவ்மெண்ட் வந்து ஸ்லோ ஆகும், இந்த ஃபாஸ்ட் ஆகும், அந்த மாதிரி டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஓ
Looks like the same situation here. They just keep coming, wave after wave.
என் பழைய லேப்ல 100 வரும். ஆனா அந்த 100 எப்படி சொல்ல ஸ்டேபிளாவே இருக்காது. டக்குன்னு பார்த்தா எனிமி கிராஸ் ஆகும்போது டப்புன்னு குறைஞ்சிரும் FPS. சும்மா நம்ம நார்மலா ரன் ஆகும்போது நல்லா ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்க மாதிரி தெரியும். ஆனா எனிமியை பார்க்கும்போது அப்படியே குறைஞ்சிரும் சல்லுன்னு. சரி கடுப்பா இருக்கும் ப்ரோ. ஊடால எவனாச்சும் வந்துருவான், வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் அப்படியே ஒரு ஸ்டக்கு, அவ்வளவுதான். டப்புன்னு மூஞ்சில அடிச்சுட்டு போயிடும்.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this guy.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's up.
Yes, sir.
இன்ட்ரோலஸ் ப்ரோ, வாங்க ப்ரோ, வாங்க ப்ரோ. வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம். மறந்துடாம ஒரு லைக்கை தட்டி விடுங்க. என்னடா இத்தனை கேக்குது?
On me. Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Knights of Primogems, charge!
Ooh, I'm glad that's finally over.
இப்போ என்னன்னா எனக்கு கரெக்டா வாலரண்ட்ல வந்து செட்டிங்ஸ் மட்டும் வைக்கணும். நல்லா ஸ்மூத்தா ரன் ஆகிறதுக்கு.
Brave Knights, on behalf...
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in this together.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're finally closing in on our target.
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though. Is everyone willing to keep fighting with us?
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Much obliged. All right, the target is just up ahead. Move.
$160
The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys must be easily amused. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the Lightkeepers dispel the mist.
Yes, sir!
Huh?
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Knights of Primogems, charge!
சரிண்ணா.
Time to counterattack! Thunder! Up the ante! Burn!
On me.
Rally to the Grandmaster! Charge! Burn! Thunder!
This Wild Hunt doesn't know when to give up. Traveler!
Mr. Varka, leave this to us.
Just like last time. Only a Knight of Boreas can deal with a wolf spirit, right?
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold our own.
Ha! That's the spirit. Stay on your toes and make the Knights of Favonius proud. Either we all march back to Mondstadt together, or no one does.
final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all, Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel, here and now.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's
For a moment there, I thought I might never taste the sweet wine of monster.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only one still standing. Honoring.
We can't lose our Varka! Please! You...
Your holding this duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf, when the wolf has seen through the lamb's plan?
Ha ha ha! You're on to me already, huh?
Andrias's question, Boreas's answer, the means to bear a soul. I knew it all 500 years ago, though the false path may be wide and welcoming. Only destruction lies at its end. It is time to crush your futile hope! It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas. One day you will understand that the only righteous path for those of true virtue is the path of darkest truths.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind. The sword is unbroken. Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousness.
There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is the wolf's maw. Huh. Guess the...
A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
On me!
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Stormwind! Stormwind! On me! Stormwind!
Is this the fairest shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
Hey, jump பண்ணணுமா நான் இப்படி ஜம்ப் பண்றது
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger.
Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles. Try to keep up! Ah!
Huh?
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice.
Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! Stormwind! On me! Stormwind! Maria sweeping in! Stormwind!
My old friend.
This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter.
from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior.
Is this the heart of the wolf?
Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn, utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you...
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable of slaying dragons. Just a lost...
I guess we have that much in common.
The Rayhir of Solmari's forces have been defeated. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak. But my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, I, in my current form,
am after redeeming you from injustice.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. You're upset.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter how noble they may sound. Neither of us will sway otherwise. Why would you pin all you— But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that bears its form. You no longer have the means to change the situation, and no one—
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it is forgetting where we are.
Andreas, can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the—
If this is your final grand
Return. Return to the ley line. Is this the—
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back into your heart.
A knight of Boreas. Watch on. This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul. Unless— surely not.
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that, but a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fang.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas will inevitably ravage.
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing.
Your heart, your soul, they are—
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within your heart. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allowed Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own, then be devoured by me. But
compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
You have a stubborn will and employed an exceptional strategy. But this is not the way. Your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. When he fully— neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the ley lines, let alone rescue you. You have lost, and so have I. Regrettably, I can no longer offer you salvation. May your soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warrior.
Haha! Lonely? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to return to the ley lines together, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail!
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! To Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka.
To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Go Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
A knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone. Right back at you, Varka.
Up the ante! Burn! Thunder!
The north wind blows southward. May it guide you on your journey home.
Try to keep up!
Leave it all to me!
Time to get serious. Can't fall here!
There's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varka.
Up the edge! Can't fall here! Thunder!
On me.
Fly home to us, Grandmaster! Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn. The fates have chosen Yaarukkachu.
One final battle.
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on. But they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius. But I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Oh. I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey, everyone. I'm thrilled to see.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my... All right, then.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff.
Thunder!
Okay! New life! Let's light it up! Everybody step!
That's good.
Thunder!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Decay! New life!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Overruled!
Stay away from me!
Clear skies grace our onward journey.
Let's investigate this further.
சிறப்பு ப்ரோ. ஐயோ ஐயோ சங்கட்டம். நானும் பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். வாங்க ப்ரோ வாங்க ப்ரோ, வெல்கம் பேக் ப்ரோ. அதான் நம்ம இது சீபா எடுத்துட்டோமே ப்ரோ. இது டாமினேட் பண்ணா என்ன, சீபா எடுக்கலன்னா கவலைப்படலாம். சீபாய் பில்ட் பண்ணணும். ஏம்மா? என்னடா அது? இப்ப கேக்குதா ப்ரோ? ஆமா ப்ரோ, புல் பண்றேன் ப்ரோ. ப்ரோ இவளுக்கு கிரிட் டேமேஜ் தேவையா இல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ் மட்டும் போதுமா? ஹிட் ரேட் 40%. ஹிட் ரேட் 40 இருக்காமா? ஓகேவா?
Oh dear. I am urge to jump in a puddle.
சிக்னேச்சர் ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட் அதுதான் இல்லையே.
Feel this ancient power. Leave it to me. The story has only just begun.
Be cleansed.
Stay back. First forth.
Without further ado. All things must end.
ஒன்னே
This moment of birth. Element for the
A moonlit night for all. Smite the dust. Dark clouds obscure the sky.
என்ன தப்பு பண்றேன்? ஒய் ஃபைட்டிங் பாஸ் இல்ல எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கதான். புது பாஸ்ல எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கணும்ல, அதுக்காக போய் ஃபைட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். நீங்க வேற அடுத்த ஸ்ட்ரிஜியன்ல வருதுன்னு சொல்றீங்க. ஒரு ஹாய் சொல்லிட்டு வருவோன்னு போனேன்.
Add Astra. Add Astra.
ப்ரோ ஒரு நிமிஷம். இங்க ஒண்ணு இருக்குமே, அதை காணோம். ஓ ட்ரைனிங் கைடு இங்க வந்துருச்சா? மாத்திருக்கானுங்க பாரு ப்ரோ. யூஐ யூசர் இன்டர்ஃபேஸ் லைட்டா மாத்திருக்கானுங்க. இது இங்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு, இப்ப இங்கிட்டு மாதிரி இருக்கு. ரைட்ல இருந்ததை லெஃப்ட் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கான். மேலே கீழே இருந்துச்சு. ப்ரோ இப்போ எனக்கு வந்து மோரா வேணும் ப்ரோ. மோராக்கு என்ன பண்ணலாம்?
Ready and waiting.
I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall.
போட தான் செய்கிறாங்களா? அதான் செய்யணும். காசுங்கடா. ஓ இந்த கடை இல்லையா? கடை மாதிரி வந்துட்டு சாரிங்க. கடைய மாறி போய் அவன்கிட்ட கேட்டுக்கிட்டு
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items.
இதையாச்சும் சேல் பண்ண முடியுமா? ஒண்ணுமே இல்லையே. இத காசு வாங்க முடியுமா என்ன? இரு. இன்னொருக்கா இருக்கு. ஆக்சுவலா ஒரு எவ்வளவு செகண்ட் இருக்கு? 6 நிமிஷம் இருக்கா? என்னடா இதுக்கே சுத்துனா?
Coming to be! Witness my great undertaking!
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Remain steadfast. I cannot see the moon. Surge.
Burst forth! Everyone on me! What's left?
Three moons converge.
moment of birth.
Surge.
Coming to be.
A new moon rises.
First forth.
Dark clouds obscure the sky.
Coming to be.
Three moons converge. Wind.
Without further ado. Light the dust. Light the dust.
Be cleansed. All things
എടാ പോടാ.
end.
Let's get it.
Just what will we come across this time?
healer தான் நம்மட்ட இல்லையே.
Terra Smash!
Still within my threshold.
A new moon rises.
The sky's cool, the glaze moon shines! Without further ado,
Surge.
Come into being! Witness my great undertaking!
A moonlit night for all.
be cleansed!
Burst forth! Terra Smash! To dust!
Walking wisdom will show us the way!
Come into being! Burst forth! Terra Smash!
Dark clouds obscure the sky.
Feel this ancient power!
A new moon rises. Surge.
Come into being! Terra Smash! Come into being! Witness my great undertaking!
A moonlit night for all.
This is not the end.
திருட்டு வராது. சரி விட்டு வராது.
This is how it must be. Time to act, body and mind. Time to act. No, my sword! Huh? My apologies! Ha! Delve into destiny. Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Yacht! Ha! Merciless. Paradigm shift. Brewing snow! Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Shadows of fate. My apologies. Yes, let me read you a verse. Decided by destiny. Fearless. Into the void. Fearless. Fearless. Paradigm shift. That's the stars fade to black.
என்ன ஐயோ. நிக்கில் ப்ரோ இருக்கியா ப்ரோ? நான் அப்படியே லைவ் என் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் ப்ரோ. நம்ம ஈவினிங் சந்திப்போம். பார்க்குற எல்லாருக்கும் பாய் ப்ரோ. என்ன பேர் பார்க்குறீங்க தெரியல. இருவாரேன்